What's up, guys? This is Anonymous Mentor bringing you my first video. Basically, my channel is going to be about information security and hacking and staying anonymous and talking about Linux and all the good stuff that makes people want to use the internet. So, to start off my first video, we'll be talking about um, the differences between a Linux and a Windows operating machine. And the main difference is the big key points is that Linux is more secure, Linux is customizable, Linux is free, it's open source. Uh, and we'll talk about what this stuff means here in a minute. I'm trying to tone down my video because I tried it like 3 times and it's coming out too long. So, get straight to the points. Basically, as you can see, you know, have my own customizable, uh, my layout here, my own customizable fonts, uh, stuff like that. All this stuff has all been customized by me. Even the terminal, which is basically your command line, which we'll go ahead and talk about this. This is why I consider Linux to be way quicker than Windows and way better, because Linux you can run on GUI, which would be, going around clicking all your icons, graphical user interface. And you have CLI, command line interface, which would be your terminal. And basically with this, you can do everything you can do GUI, but you type it out. So it could be way quicker if you get used to it. So we'll go ahead and change directories into the desktop. And I'm going to go ahead and make myself a root user. I don't recommend this, uh, but I'm going to do it right now just to save time. Kind of, not really. But alright, say in Windows you try to make a folder, create a new folder, name it. That's pretty quick, right? I mean, can't get much faster than that, but it kind of can. So make directory name too, and it's already made. And look at the difference. You see that little lock right there? It's password encrypted. Uh, Not password encrypted, but it's encrypted. So it can only be accessed by me or root user. Um, so we'll go ahead and X out of root. Now, Linux, good because it's free, it's open source. You can view everything you're using before you get it to check for viruses and malware just by checking the code. Now, um, you can download programs that aren't really from Linux. You can download exe files and run them through a program that Linux made called Wine. It was made on Linux through an open source project, I believe. And you can run stuff like Notepad. Try to get Cain and Abel. Here's a clear example. Cain and Abel will not work. Uh, the installer worked, but the program itself won't work. So in Linux, some things, mainly exe files, won't work. Encounter a serious problem and has to close, and then it'll freeze up and it'll quit. Uh, but basically in Linux, depends on the operating system. If you're on Ubuntu, real secure, Linux isn't as populated as Windows, so if a hacker comes out with a 0-day that targets, or he's trying to make a 0-day to target an operating system, or if there's a virus that targets a specific OS that a hacker wants to make, they're going to choose Windows because it's more populated. Um, Plus, Linux is more secure. You basically get asked for a password every time. I don't know why I didn't get one that time. But I just did sudo apt-get update, and this updates my machine straight up to date uh, automatically. And in Windows, they update pretty quick, kind of, whenever there's an emergency. But they'll leave like uh, viruses and stuff hanging around for a long time. It's not like that in Linux. It gets upgraded quick. Windows is user friendly. Uh, it's got real good support for issues, and it's good for gaming. but it's not as secure as Linux. It's not as customizable. It's not free. Um, you can get basically none of this that you see on here cost me money. Uh, the operating system was free. The tools in it were free. I can download Backtrack, an entire hacker's operating system that professional penetration testers use to hack and to learn and to stress test and uh, do penetration testings on banks and you know websites for their like their contracts and government sites, and it's free and you get all that. Something that professional people use, and it doesn't cost you a penny. So it's definitely something to look into. But I will say, if you are not familiar with Linux at all, make a switch to Ubuntu first. It's really user friendly and easy. Don't go straight to Backtrack, because if you mess something up because you're running as root and you don't know what you're doing and you mess some stuff up, you're not going to get good support. Um, if you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, like what Linux is, Google what is a Linux operating system, how to install a Linux operating system, and what I recommend is to actually dual boot, which would be like if you don't know what an operating system is and you just think you have a computer, basically it would be like two computers merged into your one computer. Uh, when you when your computer starts up, you'll be able to choose Windows or Linux, and you'll boot into whichever one you choose. So I recommend that. Back all your files up before you partition your drives and install Linux, and give it a shot, because it's definitely free and customizable. And if you're gonna be a hacker, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, you might as well get used to it. And I'll be going over tutorials of that later. And yeah, this has been Anonymous Mentor, and I will see you guys soon.